Hey guys, this is North back again with another video. Today's video I'm coming to you with an updated version of my top 10 rose fragrances video. Now, if you don't know, rose is one of my all-time favorite notes in perfumery, and I would say that it started when I moved to the Middle East. When I started going to places, specifically Abdul Samad al-Quraishi, I remember him specifically telling me that women wear musk and the men wear rose. So from there, I started trying out, the Taif rose oils. I've never tried any other like Damask rose oil or anything like that because they only had the Taif rose and the oil from Abdul Samad al-Quraishi, that when they had those jars. They still have them for the Taif rose and for the ambergris and for the, I believe, like the white musk, for example. So let's go ahead and see what I have left in my collection. I have 10 fragrances that I'll show you. Let's go ahead and get it going. Now, these fragrances will be in no particular order. Maybe at the end, if I can think of it, if it comes to mind, I'll mention my favorite rose fragrance at the moment. But I want to start off with one that was my wedding scent. It's one that I picked up again recently because I just have to have it in my collection, whether or not I wear it a lot. It just, has that scent memory with me from my wedding day. This is from the house of Amouage, and this one is called Lyric Man. Lyric Man was originally released in 2008. This one has lime, bergamot, rose, angelica, ginger, rose blossom, saffron, incense, pine, sandalwood as some of the notes. And this is a very light and uplifting rose fragrance. It does open up pretty bright with the citruses at the top, and it's quite a unique type of take on rose. I do have the rose, which I'll mention a little bit later, in the women's as well. That one's I'll talk about it when I get to it, but this one's a little bit more of like a sporty type of rose. This is something I believe works well in the spring. You could wear it in the summer. As a matter of fact, you can wear this all year round. I believe it's a remarkable fragrance. It's one of the very first niche and rose centered fragrances that I ever purchased, and so this one will always stay on my list. Let's move on to the next one. The next fragrance on the list is from the house of Les Indemodables, and this one is called Rose de Jamal. This one I got kind of lucky. I almost went and paid retail for it just because I kind of just wanted to have it in a collection, but I got lucky and I got about half a bottle. I've worn it a couple times. I got about a little bit less than half a bottle. He allowed me to buy the tester, so I got this one. I'm not a huge fan of this one as far as rose fragrances go. This one is some of people's favorite fragrance from the house. Rose de Jamal was released in 2019. This one has damask rose, Moroccan rose, atlas cedar, mint, pink pepper, and lavender as some of the notes. And if you go on Fragrantica, you will see that people say that this has some similarity to Lyric Man, which is why I put this one up next. It does share some qualities with Lyric Man. They're not exactly the same, but they are kind of in that same type of ballpark with this sort of like light, almost effervescent type of feel to a rose fragrance. So there you have it, Rose de Jamal. The next fragrance, I'm going back to the house of Amouage, and this one is Lyric Woman. I'm going to show you the box. The box for the Eau de Parfum and the Extrait are exactly the same. Even the bottles are the same, but on the bottom you should be able to see that it says Extrait de Parfum. This is a discontinued fragrance. It's one that I believe I've had 2 bottles of. One of them was a non-magnetic top, and then this one I believe is the magnetic top. This is the one I decided to keep. Here's the bottle presentation of it. These original Extraits do only come in 50 ml bottles. I don't believe anywhere on the bottle does it say it's an Extrait, only the box says it. So, Lyric Woman was released in 2008, a year before Lyric Man, and this one has cardamom, cinnamon, rose, geranium, ylang ylang, incense, tonka bean, oak moss as some of the notes. And this one, even though it doesn't name a bunch of resins in it, it's a dark red rose, sweeter take on a rose fragrance. It's nothing like Lyric Man. Some people say that this one comes off a little bit more masculine than the men's version. And it's one that I wanted to have in my collection. I can't remember if I had the Eau de Parfum or not. But nevertheless, between the two, as far as scent is concerned, I believe I like the Lyric Woman a little bit more than Lyric Man. Comparing the two as far as a rose fragrance, but I think they're both great. They do different things. So let's move on to the next one. The next fragrance that I will mention is from the house of Guerlain, and this one is called Rose Barbare. Rose Barbare, this one was released in 2005, and it was probably one of the, it's not the first Guerlain that I got. It's the first one I paid retail price for, but it's one that I just really wanted to have in my collection. It was at a time when I was still really kind of obsessed with getting rose fragrances. I have a lot less than I originally had, but this is one that I really wanted to get. It's a honeyed rose. This one has rose, aldehydes, fenugreek, honey, patchouli, and woodsy notes in it. And this is a great, again, wood, like honeyed rose. It's sweet. I don't get a lot of like aldehydic type of nuance from it. If you do, let me know in the comments. But this one is for sure different than the rest of them. I do like Rose Barbare. This is one that I just had to have in my collection as far as rose scents are concerned. Let's keep it moving. Next up is from the house of Jovoy. This is one of the few extraits that they have from their line, and it's the only one from Jovoy I still have in my collection. And this one is called Rose Millesimee. This is one I remember when I wanted it or even got it. It was one that I was just clamoring to get. It's quite a sweet, jammy rose. This one was originally released in 2017, and this one has apple, rose, spicy notes, and musk. So it has like this green apple note in it, and the type of rose in it, even though it says rose de mai, on the actual website it says cabbage rose. So this was one that once upon a time when I had a rose list, this one I put at number 1. Now it's quite sweet and jammy. I'm not sure if it's my favorite now, but I still do love the scent. This is a great rose fragrance to check out, especially it being an Extrait de Parfum, and for the price, I believe it's a good deal on that one. Let's keep it moving. Next up I have from the house of Bulgari, and this one is called Sahare. This was a fragrance that I really wanted to get again because I still really love rose, and this is an awesome new addition into the gamut of like thousands of rose fragrances that you could buy. This one is supposed to be Taif Rose and Ambergris. It's quite sweet. This one was released in 2024. The notes listed on this one are lemon, bergamot, Taif Rose, black pepper, myrrh, and ambergris. So it does get resonance towards the end, but at the beginning it opens up with that brightness from the bergamot. It's really good. My friend was telling me it smelled a lot like Confident Rose from Hugo Boss and in their private line, and they do have some similarities, but I do believe that this one is quite superior as far as the composition and the actual scent itself. This is a 25 ml. Now they've gone from, we can get 125 ml, 100 mls, and I believe a 60 ml. And this is a great rose to check out if you're really into rose fragrances. It is kind of on the sweeter side, so just proceed with caution. Let's move on to the last few. Next up I have from the house of Frederic Malle. This one is called Un Rose. They did change the name to Rose Tonnerre. So this particular bottle they discontinued, but they changed the name. I believe that there's probably negligible differences between the two. Un Rose was released in 2003. This one has a lot of notes in it. This has rose, honey, wine, Aqor, raspberry, pink pepper, truffle. Says it has castoreum, sandalwood, vanilla. It's quite a complex like rose fragrance. I do like this one a lot. There's a number of rose fragrances from Frederic Malle, but this is the one that I think spoke to me the most. I believe it smells a little bit more like complex and full-bodied on your skin. But Un Rose was one that I had to get in my collection. I was just like searching it down, mostly because I knew that they had changed the name and these had been discontinued, so I was just really searching for it. So there you have it, Un Rose. Next up, I'm back to the house of Amouage. This is from their Atar collection, and this one is called Rose Accord. I did have the original bottle of it. They came in 12 ml. These are quite expensive. These last three that I'll mention are very expensive fragrances. So I just transferred the 12 ml into like 3 different 5 ml roller balls because I felt like the ones from Amouage, the very first one I had, which was the incense one, I believe, it opened up perfectly. I thought it was like a really cool presentation, but then it the next one that I got from the line, the stick or whatever you want to call it inside, it broke the whole glass. So I believe it was safer for me to transfer them into here. These are quite expensive. I believe for 12 ml they were more than $500. So I got like a good deal on this one. Now this particular one was perfumed, even though I don't talk about perfumers very much. This is Cecile Zarokian is a very popular perfumer at the moment, and so she did this one. And most of the Atars, they do have like a counterpart that it smells like. I don't believe this really has one though. Some people say it smells like Epic Woman. Interesting. When I first smelled it, I didn't get a lot of Epic from it, but now that I'm smelling it again, it's similar. It's not as like peppery as Epic Woman. I wasn't a big fan of it, even though I really wanted to like it. This one has rose, frankincense, sandalwood, and labdanum. It does have a similarity. It's not as close as like the oud one to me, or the vanilla baraka, which is closer to like baby cat. So this is another rose fragrance that, you know, like this Atar is like good to just wear it last a long time. So oil concentration. I believe these do have alcohol in them. Usually when you're doing, the whole point of the oil is for some people that either don't believe that you can wear alcohol-based fragrances and things like that. But I remember shipping it out. First time I just shipped it out, I told them it was oil, but usually when things have alcohol in them, I have to ship them out as dangerous goods because they're flammable. This one does contain alcohol for any of those out there where that may be a determining factor for you. So there you are, Rose Accord by Amouage. Next one up is another one I decanted. This one I had in the 10 ml size, the Discovery set. I did originally have the 50 ml, but I sold it. And this one is from the House of Guerlain. This is called Rose Centifolia Extrait 1. And I'll see if I'm able to just like locate the bottle. I tried to keep it so that, you know, you can take a look. This is the bottle. So the set came in 6 10 ml bottles, and so I was excited to get them. I really just wanted it so I could keep the Tonka and maybe the Bergamot, because I like, those are my 2 favorite ones. But I ended up keeping this one just to keep it part of my rose collection. So Rose Centifolia Extrait was released in 2023. This one has rose, patchouli, and frankincense listed as the notes. This particular one, in my opinion, doesn't have enough going on with it to warrant the high cost, because all of them cost about the same price. In the 50 ml, they're all around 630 American dollars. So that's without taxes. And if you go on Fragrantica, people say that it's very familiar to Rose Amira, which originally was like a Middle East release, but now I believe it has like a worldwide distribution. So if you wanted to go with something that smelled closer to Rose Centifolia, I would go like Rose Amira. Nothing else I see on this list has even close to the amount of weight, thumbs ups and thumbs down than Rose Amira. I'm sure it's very close, and they're all done by Delphine Jelk. So there you have it. This is one, again, I have it just in a 10 ml, just keep it in my collection. It's not one that I feel like would warrant a price even close to the $630 that they're asking for. It is quite nice, but I believe it is similar to Rosemere. I did smell it when it very first came out, but I don't have Rosemere because I have this, and this isn't one of my favorite smells as far as rose. I do like it. It's a very beautiful scent, but it's just not up there for me. Moving on. The last one is another very expensive fragrance. This one is probably the most expensive one per how much you get for per milliliter, and this one is from the house of Dior. I'm not 100% sure whether or not this is discontinued. I believe that it is. I was told that it was in a video, but then some of the other atars are not discontinued from this Dior line, and this one is called Rose Elixir Precieux. This one only comes in a 3 ml oil size. It has the stick in there. This is a 3 ml is not even enough. With some of them, I'll like maybe decant them into one of those roller balls. This one I would just keep in here. It's only 3 ml. 3 ml is only a quarter of a tola, which is the smallest amount that you can get in the Middle East when you're like buying oils. That's the very smallest size, but it comes in this big glass bottle, which is pretty good. Here on this one, I don't know about the other ones at the moment. It does have the C and the D separated. One of the other ones that I got, I believe it might be musk, where the C and the D are together. So I don't know if this is like an original formulation or not. It only lists rose. It is it's a pretty sweet, resinous type of rose. It may have like frankincense or something in it. It's quite good. I don't believe that it is worth the retail price of it, but it is one that I'm happy to have in my collection just because I got such a good deal on it, and you know I like rose a lot. So there you have it, guys. Those are my top 10 rose fragrances I have in my collection. I pretty much only have 10 at the moment as far as rose dominant fragrances are. If I were to choose one that's my favorite one at the moment, I would choose Un Rose / Rose Tonnerre. I believe it has a complexity to it, and it has a slight bit of more maturity to it. It's not super sweet, and that's pretty much the defining factor between like all of them. Usually they want to make rose sweet, even though this does have vanilla in it. It does have other things that balance it out, that make it a little bit more well-rounded and make it more of just an all-around good rose scent with some complexity to it. Do you like rose in your fragrances? Please let me know some of your favorite rose fragrances down in the comments. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you on the next one, guys. Peace.